topic. An overnight trip that gave me goosebumps. It was a couple months ago. I'm a Lyft driver. I work mostly at night. Less traffic, better tips. But sometimes nighttime brings not only money, but stories you'll remember for a lifetime. And not all of them are good. I've always considered myself a cautious man. I've seen all kinds of people over the years. Drunks, weirdos, rude people. But none of them even come close to what happened that night. After that trip, I immediately installed a DVR. Wish I'd put it in sooner. It started out the same as usual. I'm driving my old 2005 Volvo, which has been creaking and knocking for a long time, but still drives. The roads are empty. It's like the whole world has died out. I like that kind of silence, but it was then, a few minutes before midnight, that I received an order from a local convenience store. It didn't seem like a big deal, but it was like someone inside me pulled the panic button. You know that feeling? When you think something's wrong but you can't figure out why? That's exactly what I got when I was pulling up to the store. I pull up and it's closed. All the lights are off, no cars in the yard. Empty, dark, creepy. At first I didn't even see the man, but then I did. He was pacing back and forth in front of the entrance, like he was waiting for something or hiding from someone. He was wearing a tattered hooded sweatshirt that clearly hadn't seen a washing machine in years. There was a hole in the sleeve. His movements were sharp, nervous, looking over his shoulder every now and then, like someone was chasing him. Looks like he was on something. I almost hit cancel trip. My finger hovered over the screen, but for some reason, I didn't. Maybe I just wanted to help. Or maybe stupidity took over. I opened the doors. He climbed into the back seat without a word, and immediately regretted it. Most people in a car are either looking out the window or playing on their phones. Not him. He just sat there and stared at me, right in the mirror. Didn't blink. Didn't look away. Just staring. And yet he looked annoyed. I tried to distract myself and turned on the radio. I don't remember what station, but as soon as the music started, he said sharply, "Turn that off." His voice was hoarse, like a heavy smoker's, the kind of voice that gives you the creeps. I flinched, almost dropped the steering wheel. I silently turned off the music and gripped the steering wheel harder. We drove on in complete silence. I hoped he'd just shut up and we'd get there normally. But no. After a couple minutes, he spoke up. "Have you ever given a ride to someone you weren't supposed to?" That question hit me like a hammer. I laughed nervously and answered, "I hope not." But he didn't even smile. He just leaned back and mumbled something to himself. Then he began to tell me how he used to work for Uber until some teenagers robbed him. He spoke slurred, with pauses, but I understood his meaning. I happened to look in the mirror, and that's when I really started to feel bad. He was smiling. He was talking about the robbery, and he was smiling. Like he was having fun. "It's funny, isn't it?" he said. "How much trust you give to the person sitting right behind you." Those words made me get a chill inside. I had stopped thinking he was just crazy. Now he seemed dangerous. He kept talking, something incoherent. Every now and then he'd start whispering. Sometimes he'd say, "I didn't mean to," or "I'm sorry." But he wasn't talking to me, to someone else, or maybe to himself. I was getting more and more scared. My heart was pounding. I looked at the GPS like a lifeline. It wasn't long before he stopped. Suddenly, he shouted out, "You missed the turn." I didn't. The GPS showed we were on the right track, but out of fear, I braked hard. He ordered me to stop, so I stopped. My hands were shaking. I just wanted him to go. At that moment, headlights appeared behind me. A police car. I almost cried with relief. It moved slowly, its spotlight illuminating my car. And from behind, silence. I risked a look in the mirror. He wasn't there. He was literally lying on the seat, eyes closed, like he was playing dead. I stared at the road again, trying not to breathe too loudly. He lay like that for a long time. A long time. I didn't dare disturb him. When he finally sat back up, I said, "You're lucky today." Before I could answer, he jumped out of the car and disappeared into the darkness. I finished my shift. I couldn't drive anymore, afraid to even breathe. A couple weeks later, I happened to come across the news. There'd been a robbery near that store, almost at the exact same hour, just 2 blocks from where I picked him up. Now I double-check my passengers every time. I don't know if he was the robber, but one thing I did realize, I was very close to something really scary that night. And if you drive at night, take care of yourself. Sometimes the most ordinary trips can be the most terrifying. Thanks for sticking around. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next story.